It's carnage. Join us after the break when we'll be picking through the wreckage to find out which car fared better. If you've just joined us, you've missed this. We're on a mission to find out whether a family is guaranteed to be safer in a 4x4 in a crash. Now it's time for the analysis. On first impressions, both cars seem to have suffered horrendous damage, but if you look more closely at the structures, differences begin to emerge. Here on the Espace, this beam here is connected to a crash member. As you can see on the passenger side, it's still relatively intact, but if we move over onto the driver's side, we see it's crushed, absorbing the energy of the impact. Not only has it absorbed the energy, it's also sent it through the A-pillar and along the sills, which has deflected it away from the passenger compartment, which has stayed relatively intact. So it looks as though the driver has had room to survive. But if you look at the Discovery, it's behaved very differently. The chassis on the Discovery is actually stiffer than the Espace. Here's the main chassis member here. But all that hasn't actually helped the occupants inside the car. All it's done is deflect the Espace into the softer bits of the Discovery's bodywork, with the result that the driver has much less room, and it looks as though his chances of survival would be pretty grim, really. Many older 4x4s share this stiff chassis design and might dissipate the crash forces in a similar way. So what could our crash test dummies tell us about the experience on board? Well, the readings from the Espace dummy suggested that the driver would probably have been able to walk away from the wreck, shaken but not seriously harmed. The loadings on the dummy in the 4x4 were more severe, but a last-minute technical fault prevented the airbags firing during the test, making direct comparisons difficult. From the physical intrusion alone, however, there's little doubt that the 4x4 driver would have suffered much more in this collision than the driver of the Espace. Your 3-year-old child would also have been better off in the Espace. This was probably due to the MPV's ISOFIX child seat mounts, a more rigid system of fixing the seat which offers greater control over the deceleration forces in an impact. Our Discovery didn't have those modern fixings. Another demonstration of how you can't assume a 4x4 is guaranteed to be a safer choice for your family. The result of the match is clear. In this crash between these two cars, you'd be better off in the MPV, which is probably not what many 4x4 loving school-run parents would have expected.